Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to analyze a game that happened between Pragg and Balaji, who are pretty good youngsters and who are also good at chess. And it's the Hou Yifan Challenge Chess Tour, and it's day one. And Pragg strikes his where again he took the lead in this game. And also, there are many other youngsters playing in the tour, and other grandmasters, and there are some more beautiful games. And so I'm going to analyze some of those in my next videos. First, we have Pragnananda with the black and Balaji with the white pieces. Balaji opens with 1 e4. Pragg responds with c5. We have the Sicilian defense from Pragg, and we have knight g to f3, developing the knight, taking control of these two squares. So Pragg first has to defend the square with something instead of pushing e5. So Pragg defends e5 with playing d6. Now he's ready to push e5. And we have d4. Bhajar is trying to take more space in the center, may uh, pick up this pawn, and after d captures on c5, white would be so much ready to trade the queens and mess up black's position. Captures on We have c captures on d4 and knight captures on d4. We have knight g to f6, developing knight from Pragg. Maybe this attacking this e4 pawn, and we have knight b to c3, defending this pawn, and we have a5, not allowing any bishop to uh, mm, b5 check. And maybe once this bishop blocks, black is kind of stuck. His pieces, the pieces are not developed so much. Uh, but the single pawn is stopping, all this the thrice attack. Bishop to Bishop f2, c4 from Balaji, developing his light square bishop, and also he's now ready to castle. His now this bishop is looking at this weak f7 square. Maybe the queen also can join the attack and put pressure on this f7. We have e6. Pragg decides to block this bishop's aim. And we have bishop back to b3. We have b4. Now Pragg is trying to create some threats on the queen side. Now attack and maybe lock this bishop a bit. Castles from white, and we have bishop to e7. Now Pragg is also maybe ready to castle on this side, but he should get. You should see the situation first a bit. Queen to f3. Now this queen is putting pressure on this f file. Maybe sometime this either of these knights can jump in and attack this knight. And we have queen to b6 from Pragg. Pragg is developing his queen, also attacking this d4 knight, also making a bit of a room for risking in case he doesn't want to cancel. We have a bishop to e3 from white, now defending the knight, and also there are some threats of knight takes on e6, which opens a discovery on the queen, and black has to be careful. So Pragg backs off to b7, and we have queen to g3, now attacking this g7 pawn. But Pragg simply plays knight b to d7, defending this knight once more. Now white really can't take on g7, because then rook to g8 would kind of restrict the queen's activity. The queen would have then only have to go on h6, and that queen would be kind of useless. So first we have rook to e7. Now as the white's rooks are connected, they can do some good jobs. We have b4 attacking the knight. Now these both knights are kind of excellently placed, so Pragg has to it's time maybe for Pragg to eliminate one of the knights. Knight to a4. Now maybe now the plan is maybe Balaji can move this knight away, and now this bishop would be targeting this beautiful diagonal. The knight can jump in here, so black should be very careful. So queen captures on e4. Pragg sees this free pawn hanging, and there are no really threats of any this black dark square bishop moving, and as there is no hanging, because white the only if this bishop moves anywhere, only it's the threat on the queen. The queen can simply move back or move to g4. So rook to d4, just putting some more protection on this d4 knight, and queen to g4. Now Pragg is ready to trade queens, and he notices that your white queen is pretty good, and I am ready to trade off. So Balaji accepts the offer, but he waits Pragg to mm, take the queen first, and also it kind of puts pressure on this d6. We have captures on g3 and bishop captures on g3. We have d4, getting this pawn away from the bishop, and also closing up the position of this bishop. But this bishop is pretty open on this diagonal. Knight to f3, knight to f5. Looks like a free knight for Pragg, but it's not, because now Pragg has captured the knight, and now bishop to d6. Now this bishop cannot move, as rook is pinning it to the king. Now there's no defense for this bishop. No, none of the black pieces can defend it. So Pragg plays knight to e4, blocking this rook's attack on this e file. Now this rook, bishop is hanging. Bishop captures on e7, and king captures on e7, and we have bishop captures on d5, attacking the rook, and also Balaji has eliminated one of the pieces protecting the knight. And we have rook to b6, just getting away, b8, getting away from the bishop's attack. And we have f3. Now this knight is lost, as it is pinned to the king. We have knight to f6, defending this bishop, defend this knight. F captures on e4, and we have f4. Now this allows black to play white to play e5, and create some threats. But then Pragg can simply eliminate this active light square bishop. Knight to c5 from Balaji is trying to go for d3, and then knight to e5. Put pressure on this weak f7 pawn. And we have bishop, rook to d8, developing rook, knight back to d3, g5, adding the protection to this pawn, as this pawn was threatened. Knight to e5 from Balaji as planned. We have d7, bishop captures on f7, and we have rook to b5. Now this knight is under attack. If the knight moves, this bishop is lost. So bishop back to d5, blocking the rook's attack on the knight. We have a bishop back to c8, knight back to f3, and we have bishop to h5. Now this knight is pinned to the rook. Rook to d3, getting away from the bishop's diagonal. So now this knight can move, and white is also ready to double up rooks. So bishop captures on f3, and g captures on f3. We have h5. Now Pragg is trying to take attack on the king's side. Bishop back to c4, attacking this rook, and this rook is also opening under attack, but it's defended by the king. Rook to c5, attacking this bishop. So first white eliminates one of the rooks. So rook exchange, king captures on d8, and we have b3, defending this bishop. Knight back to No, sorry. Knight back to d7. Now Pragg has the ideas to play knight b6, put more pressure on the bishop. Rook to d1, pinning the knight. King to e7, and we have rook to d5, offering a rook exchange again. Pragg captures on d5 and bishop captures on d5, and we have knight to knight to e5. No, this maybe these three pawns and this knight can do an excellent job, and also this pawn is under attack. So king to f2, and we have king to d5. Now this bishop is under attack. Now this king can easily jump to the game by playing c5, c4, c3, bishop back to c4, a5. Now this closing of the position. Bishop back to f1. Now white is trying to attack on this side. Sorry about that. Okay. Now we have a h4 from white. White is offering this free pawn, and Pragg captures it, and we have king to g3. Now the king can come to here and pick up this compensation. King to d4. We have king to h3. Knight captures on f3, defending this pawn. Now bishop to g2. Now Pragg has to be careful, and he captures with the king on e4. Now this knight is protected, and once bishop captures the knight after king captures, this pawn can advance to victory. Bishop back to f1, blocking, not allowing this pawn to advance once the knight moves. King to e3, bishop back to a6. Now this bishop has to be on this diagonal, otherwise black is simply winning. Knight to d2. Pragg's idea is to block this bishop attack by maybe placing his knight someone on e2 somehow. King captures on h4. We have f3. King captures on h5. So Pragg has given up two free pawns, and now he's going to get his compensation back. We have f2, and we have king to g5. We have a queen on the board. White captures and knight captures on f1. So Pragg has taken back his compensation. He got a free bishop back. We have f5, and we have d4. This is a good idea, good move by Pragg. Not allowing e5, d5 and then c5, which would be easy for the white king and to pick up these pawns. Now this white king has to march all the way to from e6, and then from that way. King to e6, king to c3. Now Pragg is ready to take an extra and pick up these extra pawns. King to d5 captures, king to c5, and we have king to b2. King to b5, we have captures, and it was in this position on move 56. Yeah, move 54, that the Gupati Balaji resigned the game, as these two pawns can advance to victory. This resting knight can come into the game and throw some checks, and maybe sometime defend this pawn or defend this square or this square. So hope you guys enjoyed the game. Please like, share and subscribe for more. Thank you.